Hey guys, welcome back to ESL for the ESL One and Battlefield 4 Fall Season Cut number 2. We're underway with our round of 30, 60, underway with our round of 16
I think is what he's trying to say. Yeah,
is exactly what I was trying to say here. It's gonna be Dignitas up against InFamouS. It hopefully should be a good match because we were actually looking at the scores from the last cup, and there's only three mappers. The rest of them were all 2-0s.
Yeah,
and well, it was a little bit disappointing. I'll say, I guess, from at least my side on that one, to not see any more close games. But I believe we're going to underway the game here. Going to drop us in just a second. And we're always going to be able to see an interesting map here, finally. Zavod coming into life here. We haven't seen it too much. Sorry, in cut number 1, I was confusing myself. In cut number 1...
You nearly got there.
It took me a little bit, but I got there. In cut number 1, but we're finally going to see it here. This is actually chosen by Dignitas. And now we're going to see exactly how InFamouS are going to do up against them here. And to me, on paper, I believe InFamouS should be the stronger team here. Yeah,
Dignitas do have the capability, though, so this isn't a game that's just going to go one way. Admittedly, that in first game we just covered, InFamouS did kind of run all over Team Berserk. But right now, though, this should be slightly closer. But at the moment, US side or Dignitas side have been completely squad wiped. InFamouS wiping the floor with them, all with Ace 23s in their hands, and we're going to see that first bleed starting to tick away. A and B firmly under their control. C starting to change hands as well. We're seeing a trip cap. Those spawns were not favorable for Dignitas, and we can actually see Dignitas going to go into a 1v1 up against Benny.
And really quickly, as we can see, we're going to have Jerk, Dignitas, Sneaky, Wallow, and Frantic on the side of Dignitas. And over on the side of InFamouS, we have Jarrett, Crema, Benny, Wool, and Tony. And, well, the trip cap, it's still holding for quite a while here, as we can see. It looks like, hey, we'll go back. Go back in the hands of InFamouS here just a few seconds. As Dignitas try to attack it here, and Wallow will, unfortunately, will be taken down. And that's going to be Wool still inside of the A flag here. And Sneaky, he's not being very sneaky here, but eventually makes his way through, gets the kill, and we'll finally turn that A flag back around. In the meantime, C was kept over as well, though we still have a little bit of a 3-on-3 breaking out here. We're going to see who's obviously going to come out ahead in this one here, as looks like the kills are going to go over towards that blue side, over towards the Russian side of InFamouS, and they will take C back. So, 2-to-1 hold being maintained, and this is what I was worried about, Dignitas. I mean, this isn't the same lineup that they were really at their pinnacle of power, of skill. Obviously bringing in Dignitas. I don't know if that's actually someone under a different name or not. No, I'm hoping you might be able to inform me on that one. I don't actually remember seeing him last season. I'm trying to remember who the last man was on their team originally. Good positioning, though, from Jarrett, player who we saw shine so very, very bright previously. Look at him go again, gets the second, looking for the third, as his teammates are there to pick up the pieces. 141 now to 91, and this is really bleeding quite heavily for Dignitas. They need to stop the tickets from falling away from them. They're going to do just that, as Wallow is going to set himself up on B, but look at InFamouS, just a very swift rotate straight over towards that A flag, and nobody is going to dare question them on A. In the meantime, though, Frantic is on the outside, playing it cool. He's going to tag up, not going to pick up the frag, though, does finally onto Wally, and that's going to hopefully open up the doors towards this C flag. And keep in mind that Zavod is one of Dignitas's, or at least supposed to be one of Dignitas's best maps, at least back in the day here. This is one of the teams that we saw completely overcome ridiculous odds to be able to go back and win. And
we'll see where that goes. Flag being captured by Sneaky.
I hope that's not what I thought it was right there. Because if it was, I'm going to have to call you out on that one. But either way, you can see B flag can be maintained here by InFamouS for a little bit longer. They still have control of A with only one man kind of there, Tony, who's just kind of wafting away towards middle. But not going to find anyone just yet here. And B, well, and actually we'll go over to Dignitas, it seems. There's still one man, Crema, who eventually will get taken down. So Dignitas finally getting a little bit of a break here. And again, see, they're going to lose out on it.
The problem with they're having right now is to get the flags that they need, they're having to send too many players. So we're seeing Dignitas, they're sending 3, make it 4 players to that B flag. And straight up, InFamouS just send 1 or 2 to that C or A flag. And bada boom, bada bing, they've got that 2-to-1 hold again and again and again. Here we do see that BC being questioned by Dignitas, the man who we don't actually recognize, maybe a new face to the Dignitas side. And he does safely secure that flag, just holding the angle towards mid. Frag-wise, we are relatively level, 27 on the US side. There's Dignitas, and then, of course, on the Russian side, 34 for InFamouS. Dignitas, though, picking up a couple for themselves, not going down as well. That's a third now for Dignitas in a row, this time with the CZ3A1, a weapon we saw quite a lot at the offline finals, and it looks making to a resurgence even after the patch here online. Look at that. Nice play, though, from Crema. Gonna try and keep this C flag under their control. We're seeing nice work from InFamouS. No matter how many players Dignitas are throwing at C, they just seem to have a response for it. And right now, though, Jerk is on a bit of a one-man army. He's gonna go down to Crema. Oh no, I'm telling a lie, it was Tony. And we see 109 tickets now to 58, and that is a huge deficit from what I felt like Dignitas. They seem a lot more capable than the previous game.
You know, they're just dispersing too much. They're kind of spread out. They're not really staying concentrated enough to really have a good effect onto anyone.
3 players. They're sending 3 players towards B. 2 players here from InFamouS to answer it, and I do not doubt. Oh, I'm about to be proven wrong. They do go down. I was about to say InFamouS are going to come out on top, but Dignitas, they do pull it out when it matters. Jerk going to be left to hold that one himself. Does bring it under their control. In the meantime, though, we're looking to see Tony. Can he find an answer on this A flag? He's under some heavy fire. Going back, get some more bullets in the magazine, and look at that. Great shutdown by Wallo. Now, the problem I have here is Wally is a little bit of a lone wolf right now. All in the kind of covered in Dignitas players. Frantic and Wallo are both searching for him. 3 players now hunting for Wallo, and he's not going to get one. He does go down, and that B flag in the meantime does get changed hands yet again, this time for the InFamouS side.
Unfortunately for InFamouS, they had a strong start. They're still obviously winning by, what, 60 tickets right now, and they can continue to make this grow here, obviously, as the time goes on. But they still have 3 men towards B. They're actually going to start to attack towards C in the meantime. Tony is trying to pick up that last man who's actually off to his right here. Who actually will get dropped, but we'll go for a 1-point trade in the end. In the meantime, over towards C, it looks like, again, InFamouS going to win out in the 2v2. They'll pick up the 2-for-1, and they're going to maintain it. Again, I feel like Dignitas is kind of a shadow of their former selves, not really being able to really step up to the plate here. Unfortunately, weren't able to last cup, not going to really be able to do too well this cup here, at least at this current state, as they chose Zavod. And of course, this next map will be on Locker, and the third map, if we do need it, will be Siege of Shanghai here. But I don't know, I'm really feeling for Dignitas right now. They're not really performing like we've known them to be able to.
No, they do have some tricks up their sleeve, but with this being their map and the current deficit, they're going to want to bring this as far down as they possibly can. If InFamouS go into the second half with anything close to 97, it's going to be a pretty one-sided second half. I mean, I say that there have been a couple of exceptions, but right now, I think Dignitas are clutching at straws and really desperately going to try and bring that ticket number down. See how they can answer. Right now, though, InFamouS looking to create a big blue wall for the Dignitas side to push through. We're seeing them charging now. It's going to be sneaky. First man on the scene. He's going to try and take him down, and just look at that great defensive play from InFamouS as 4 frags fall in. It's going to be a squad wipe. Dignitas now looking to resurrect from the grave and try again, but 9 tickets to do so. It's going to be pretty in vain. 96 tickets. That number hasn't moved in a while, and look at these spawns. It's going to all fall to Wally to kind of mop this one up, those remaining tickets, as he's going to capture that A flag and maybe even take one down. No need. 96 tickets.
Yeah, and well, InFamouS again looking pretty strong. Like the team we kind of we've seen them to be, and picking up the map, or pick up the first half on the map against Dignitas, who chose the map and who has been known for this map. It's definitely a strong start for them. Crema 18-7, 13-8 for Benny, 11-7 for Jera, 12-10 for Woe, and 9-9 for Tony.
Whew. Crema. I mean,
yeah,
he was
kind of just blew us away on that one, didn't he?
Well, he really did. It was really
unexpected,
impressive.
you know.
He was down in that site. I don't think he really left that central site. He just kind of hung around in the underground, came up through mid.
He definitely worked, the bottom. He definitely came out of the bottom side of most of these bomb sites.
He did, from the underground, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, with 18 frags, there was very little Dignitas could have done. He won the 1v1s, and it was impressive to see, to say the least. Obviously, Dignitas, a team that we can talk about, we said that they didn't perform in that map alone. They did actually ruin the qualifying for the previous offline. They didn't manage to qualify. Other teams such as GC, Planet Key Dynamics, all those teams qualified. So technically, though, that we put Dignitas beneath those players. However, I do feel as a team, as an organization as well, they deserve a place in the offlines this season. But right now, with this performance, I don't think it's going to happen.
I would just wonder, because InFamouS, it's like they could smell Dignitas coming. They could just tell exactly where they were coming from, and obviously when you kind of easily be spotted like that, you kind of really struggle to really do much to kind of counter it. But either way, obviously InFamouS, they have to pick up a second half here to at least secure their first map in this best of 3. And of course, over to Locker.
The sun is shining. Look at that. God, glistening through the trees. It's
Really?
a beautiful day here.
Really?
On Zavod. See the sun
All the dead
reflecting off
bodies
the
everywhere.
rails. Corpses, men standing on each other's heads. It's a beautiful day on Zavod.
Just one of them eating a Kit
Look at
Kat.
the beautiful leaves floating in the kind of autumnal air.
That doesn't look like leaves. It looks like paper.
It's papery leaves. Let's leave it at that. And I'm not sure what... Yeah, you know, the beautiful crouching, spamming. And we're just going to start 10 seconds anyway, guys. We should probably start talking about where they're going to be going.
I wasn't. Okay.
We can see
I was gonna keep
InFamouS.
going.
They're going to maybe aim for that AC hold. It's something they're going to be, they've done in the past. Going to probably be looking to replicate that. We can see those numbers spread off. 2 players. It's going to be Benny and Tony actually splitting off to head towards C. In fact, tell it lie, Tony is leaving C all down to Benny, and he's going to try and stop that B flag.
Yeah, so, I mean, I guess they're not really going to rush into C on the side of Dignitas to kind of stop that C take anyways, but if you see in the meantime, they're going for a 2-man push onto the A flag. They're going to be able to at least secure a little bit of time here. With the kill onto Wallow, it should be enough as well to make sure to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Meantime, I believe Benny did lose out in the 1v1 towards C, so they'll go for a little quick trade here. But of course, we have on the outside Tony in the bottom left. He's actually able to pick up 1v1 and get sneaky. He's going to start to push up towards B yet again. There's going to be a man off to his left. He has a respawn coming on top of him as well. And looks like they should be able to catch up this last man here as he sees him right on top of the tank here, but gets killed from the backside. And that will be the B flag picked up. Or if anything, it should be C open very soon because right now there's only 1 man to defend against that.
Yeah, InFamouS looking a little shaky in this start. Great start from Dignitas as they do try and retake this B flag. InFamouS have other plans though. Benny's going to surely win this 1v1. He doesn't. Great work with the Ace 23. Look at this patience. Tony's been lying in wait. It does pay off, but not quite enough. Sneaky there with the response frag. Now in the depths, yet again, Kremer hasn't really left this position. This guy is the underground rat, the sewer rat, with the Ace 23 in hand. Going to be securing that flag for his team. Going to bring C under control. But, I mean, 4 players from InFamouS now on that C flag. That's surely going to leave A vulnerable to Jerk's attack.
For now, it will be here as we see Jerk trying to look for maybe the kill. He knows that there's at least 1 man around here. But we'll expect 2 of them. He's going to shot through the wall. Start to heal it up, obviously, and start to peek out. He knows he's there, but he's kind of in a tough spot here. He's actually going to go for the 1v1, picks up the kill, dives from the backside, though. And not to mention, Wool actually picked up the second frag on the man who was right next to the A flag as well. So that'll be a 2-1 here. Remember, 96 tickets. If Dignitas drop below that, they will have fallen below the threshold, and that will be InFamouS picking up the first map and taking it on to the second.
What are they doing?
Now, Jera is just killing everyone.
Shooting fish in a barrel. Jera just lying in the leaves and brings 3 frags home for his team. Fantastic work from him. And when you send 3 players down to those spawn timers, you know you're going to do something magical on that flag. Right now, though, C doesn't need any magic as it is still firmly in InFamouS control. Wait, Wallow is actually going to try and set his sights on A yet again. There's no one there to challenge him, so that should be a done deal. But in the meantime, he knows that that's going to cost him something, and that something could very well be that B flag. Kremer has got to set his sights on B. Look at him, he's taking his time. This tank is very kind of, it's like a maze of steel as they're going to be trying to bob and weave, try and catch the other player out.
That's what people say about my biceps.
And here come the squads, and look at this. He's caught him from behind. Not going to actually get the frag, though, as the suppression of his assist was enough, and Jera, who spawned behind Kremer, managing to bring him down, and that's going to secure B. But in the meantime, we're going to see bloodshed on that C flag. Jerk does jump in on one stair. Is he going to come down the same that he does, trying to play the mind games, and he successfully does so, as he does bring one down. There's going to be another, though. It was Tony. He's heavily tagged, and he is eventually fragged by the CZ3A1 of Frantic. And we're going to see that flag finally return to his team's hands. Dignitas going to secure that AC hold, but for how long, Jason?
Not much longer. As we can see, 3 men pushing towards A. They should have kept that quickly. Remember, 96 is that threshold, and you can already see the side of Dignitas at 114. There's not much left they have to work with here, but they've actually proven the past against Mutual Makers, I believe Epsilon as well. They can come back from scores like this, though it would be very, very difficult, at least in their current state here. As you can see, Frantic trying to watch the undergrounds, still trying to maintain control of the C flag, though. The rest of his team is working towards A, working towards B. They're kind of in a split decision right now, and honestly, they don't have time for this. They don't have very many tickets left to work with. They have 9 left to go, and they need to make a decision sooner, or at least look towards that second map now. Yeah,
set their sights on the second map, which of course will be Locker. A map we haven't seen so far today, and I'm excited to see it. It's one of those ones which really can, you can get those huge ticket deficits. Admittedly, we've seen quite a few today, but those are the maps where you can really see it snowball out of control, and it'll be interesting to put these 2 teams in a scenario like that. Right now, though, these tickets are pretty level. You have to remember that this is, of course, the second half, And with 96 tickets in the first, it's very close to being the first map under InFamouS's belt.
Let's see. 4 tickets left to go. They've got 100 tickets left to work
silent. It's so rare in Battlefield to have these moments of silence.
That's what the InFamous has been doing so far, is they don't push in with 1 man. They don't push in with 2. They wait for their whole team to be up. And when anyone dies their team and they kind of lose their potential to, you know, obviously take a site, they just sit back, wait for them to push out, kind of catch them being aggressive, and then go for the re-push back in once they get those respawns back on top of them. But, I mean, they have to wear them down. They have 88 tickets left to work with now, and they need to pick up 3 kills to win the game, basically.
And there's one of them. Obviously holding on to their respawns. Dignitas has to be patient right now, Jack. And Drakeus just holding off. Obviously, any resurrects? Let's call it revives, Alex. That's a lot easier. Any revives do not affect that timer. 99 now.
Any resuscitations?
Resuscitation. Any lightning to the heart, I believe, is what I was describing.
Resuscitation is more of like a mouth-to-mouth thing, so yeah. That would be a little bit weird.
Resuscitation for the respiration. As 97 to 78, that could very well be it. Tony takes him down. One player left. As soon as they respawn, it's going to be the final ticket. Look at Sneaky. Can he do it? No, I don't think so. And now it's just going to be spawn suicide for Dignitas, bringing that game to a close. Sorry, the map to a close. Certainly not the game, as we've got a second map to come and perhaps a third, which will of course be Shanghai if Locker goes the way of Dignitas.
At this rate, I don't think it's going to be able to, though. Dignitas just again not looking good. Not looking.
They're not awe-inspiring, are they?
One of them just left. So I wonder if he's just reconnecting really quickly. But yeah, they're not looking like the team that we've known. And it's a little disappointing. I feel like most of them have kind of just given up. They've kind of just don't feel as invested in Battlefield anymore as they did at the first couple of seasons. Obviously, you know, we're in season number 4. You know, 4 seasons straight of domination. And obviously, you know, there's only so much you can take sometimes, you know? Obviously, people kind of get bored every once in a while. You look at other games as well. People eventually just retire kind of thing. And, you know, Dignitas, this isn't the same lineup they've had. This isn't the same lineup that really took us all surprise by back in Season 2.
Yeah, it looked a bit shaky there. I don't know whether it was communication or InFamous just being far too strong for them, but it did feel like they weren't responding the way they should. To these pushes. They were sending too many numbers and then they weren't sending enough numbers, and it was just a little bit of a mess, a bit of a kind of maths problem gone wrong. And we know how good we are at maths as well.
I'm amazing at math. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I certainly am not.
Compared to you, I think I'm amazing.
Oh, I think you shine very, very brightly.
They're down 30 tickets. They're at 130.
No, I was trying to do it in total, and then I was trying to think back because I was trying to remember what it was in the first half, and it was like 107, so that makes it like 43.
But still not 30.
So it's like 60, 70, yeah. Now I think about it, but I can't do that when I'm talking. Well, I just did, actually. I'm telling a lie.
You were trying to commentate an arm wrestling match earlier.
I was.
And who won that, may I ask you?
I believe Jason Kaplan won the arm wrestle against Melly Melek.
Who won it? This guy.
Yeah. To a girl. She was very swift to remind. She was like, "Don't forget I'm a girl."
I still beat her.
You did. Congratulations.
It counts.
Was it with your left arm?
No, right arm.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't your strong
weak arm.
Your weak arm. Yeah. Well, for those of you at home that don't have a clue, Jason has been hitting the gym hard. This guy's going to be a tank by the start of the next season.
In like 5 years.
In 5 years' time. But yeah, if you ever want to see Jason's progress, go to jasonsprogresspics.com. He's uploading them daily.
You should be really careful about websites that you give out because you do not know what that is.
I should. That's a very good tip.
What was it? I'm going to look it up. Just
make sure.
Jason's Progress.
I really hope this isn't a website.
This isn't on my PC, so...
Oh, phew. That is a relief. Woo!
That could have been a really bad website.
It could have, but it wasn't.
I wonder if you can hear me laughing through your microphone.
I think they can. You can hear his girly laugh as we wait for the players to join the server. I don't know why you're not looking at our pretty faces, Jason. Let's make them look at our pretty faces. I want to click my fingers. I want to see if I can do it.
You know?
I want to try.
Go ahead, try.
Okay.
You didn't say I have to do anything. You said you're just going to click your fingers and hopefully it works. Really?
No, I'm not going to.
Good. Good choice.
Good choice.
I'm wiping my nose because we're both sick still.
Yeah. We're recovering slowly. We've got a lovely button which we can press as we sniff and sniffle away during our commentary.
I believe Jera's listening.
Oh,
I'll just talk about how bad Jera is. Can we do that?
no, I think Jera's a good player. I like Jera. Met him at Gamescom. Sterling man.
I heard about... Was it Gamescom? No. No, was it Gamescom? I think it was Gamescom.
Let's say it was Gamescom, whatever you're talking about.
No, I think it was one before that. I heard Jera partied really hard one night.
Did he?
Yeah.
I know Benny is capable of that.
No, it was Benny.
Benny from InFamous, yeah.
It was Benny, yeah.
The small bearded guy.
He apparently just didn't remember getting home or something.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, and then
Coca-Cola really takes a toll on you. If you
did he come back and have to play Battlefield the next day?
No, that was after they lost.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it was kind of like a well, not victory, a sad drink. King Coca-Cola.
I
think they're going live.
This is the Jason.
No,
Well, they're
not.
missing one. They're missing one player
It's
apiece.
not a 4v4.
Yeah. See, this is exactly what I was talking about the Jason curse. Like this is kind of stuff that happens.
Does this only happen to you then?
Majority of the time, yeah. Actually, I think about it. When
So-
Lauren's here, doesn't have really many problems. When it's just me, I have problems. With her and I, there's no problems.
So
Yeah.
she's a good luck charm and I'm nothing.
I wouldn't call you nothing, but insignificant would be the more correct term.
Gosh, you just know how to break people's hearts, don't you, Jason?
I can find your greatest insecurity and use it against you.
You're like a sociopath.
I'm trying to think, what's yours?
Your
fingernails.
Fingernails. Oh yeah. That's my
Wait, am I
weakness.
right?
No, I don't know.
I was like, this is what I hate wafting on.
Yeah, I'm sure the guys at home are not enjoying this. If you would, guys, in chat, let us know who you think is going to take this game. It's always interesting to see where you guys stand on it. I think I'm firmly in the InFamous boat. I don't think Dignitas are going to pull something magical out here.
Dignitas aside.
I never said that.
I thought you were in the beginning.
No, I said that they should be. I was saying that they messed up qualifying last time. It'd be great to see if they can do something different this time. But I mean,
What do you mean? What do you mean qualifying?
Qualifying last season.
They did.
They didn't come offline. They weren't there for the offline finals.
Of course not. I was just testing you.
Okay.
They lost in groups. Good job.
Yeah.
Just try to see if you'll hold steady to your remarks.
Well, that was a good
Stand
test.
behind your. That's the word I'm looking for.
Stand behind my remarks? I think
No,
it made sense.
Not remarks.
Stand behind my stance. Hold my
claims?
stance. Claims, yeah, claims works. That's a face of concentration. No one can see
No,
it.
I'm looking at your Kit Kat right in front of you. I'm thinking about eating it.
Product placement. We have 5 players on either side, guys. I think we're going to be going into this game anytime now. In fact, talking of fun games, did we not, last time I was casting this over at Gamescom, I'm pretty sure we saw one team legitimately using the Recon class. And they were using it to a variable degree of success, but they did it nonetheless. And I'm trying to remember the player that was doing it. I believe it was it GC? I think it was a GC player.
It's not Lieutenant Hana. I know that.
No.
It was.
Oh,
It wasn't
racking
this
my
map.
brain.
It wasn't this map. It was Siege Shanghai. Yeah, it was Siege Shanghai. We saw it, and then we also saw it.
I'm pretty sure,
I
honestly.
think a Kit Kat could help me remember. Let's switch. Wait, do that again. And I'll switch back to us because you want to see our pretty faces.
Sure, let's do it.
Well, get the position you were before. All right. I see you backing out. All right.
I think
Either
we
way,
may be jumping into game,
yeah,
guys.
this is live. So we have over on the US side, it's gonna be Dignitas. Over on the Russia side, it will be InFamous, and it's gonna be a doozy here. I don't feel like Dignitas is gonna do too well on this map, to be honest.
It's it's confusing.
It is confusing.
Because the way I see it's going to go down is we're going to see InFamous shining as bright as they always seem to. Jera, a man who will always win the 1v1s if you set him out to do so, give him the capabilities to do so. If you don't give him the roles, if you don't force him to sit on a site, let him roam, let him be that kind of annoying presence that's roaming around the map like that fly you just can never quite catch.
Why are you looking at me when you're talking about this?
And then
Annoying presence.
on the other side, on Dignitas, I just don't think they have a Jera. They don't have that roaming presence. And on the map like Locker, you really do need that constant irritating player. And I think Jera's going to fill that role beautifully. Talking of him, we'll see what he's up to as we start this one. capturing that first flag. We'll have a look what the numbers are doing. Look at this fast play from Jerk, not opting to go the safe way, straight through the middle corridors, heading down, and look at the price they paid. Big play from Kremer, just hanging out the other end of the corridor. He knew exactly what they wanted to do. Gets the revive as well, and that could not be a better start, as they're going to try and head out towards the C flag. Benny's going to go unnoticed, though. Look at this. The bloodshed going on. Dignitas forced back into their home at B, and that's going to mean C is an easy one for them. And, oh, Kremer thought he was going to pull it out of the bag. Didn't. But 146, the bleed has started, and Dignitas are at the bad end of that.
Oh, your face was priceless right there. Bad end of what? Bad end of what?
I just didn't like how I handed off to you there.
Oh.
Anyway.
I need to know. Bad end of what?
So Benny goes down to Frantic. Not bad from him. Wally is going to be doing the same. InFamouS, very, very good at this mid-range, long-range play. This time, though, with the ACWR, not a weapon we see so often or as often as the Ace, but regardless, he's doing it well, and look at him go. Swift to react, takes down Frantic, and right now, AB hold is firmly in InFamouS's hands, and the C flag, so they're basically just doing what they did on Zavod, again, where it comes to just letting them take, they can rotate as much as they want, but as much as they rotate, they're not going to let them have any more than just one site at a time.
Well, right now we do have a 2-1 still in favor of InFamouS here. You can see the C flag. You can maintain by Dignitas, but again, one of the easier ones to really hold on to. And well, it's kind of a traditional outside to inside push. They're forcing Dignitas out in the cold. They're forcing them to kind of push in from a disadvantageous spot here. And well, Jared looks like he will go down in that 1v3, 1v4 technically. And now, right now, InFamouS, they need to make a move. They need to decide what to do.
Ooh, Frantic should have picked that frag up. Let's see what he's got for us. The nade's coming out. He's going to try and take down Tony. He does so, charging him with the CZ. It's a weapon that can really, really thrive in these close quarters combination? Close quarters situation was the word that my brain was trying to find, as well with the Ace 23. 107, though. Ticket still bleeding away. And, I mean, InFamouS, they're just looking as confident as ever.
Is this the word you're looking for?
That is exactly the word I was looking for.
Sure.
Thank you.
Write it down. Just make sure he can remember that for next time.
Jera is doing... Actually, the man I hyped up, the man I said is going to be the most irritating best player on the team of InFamouS, sat on a measly 1 for 4 right now. In the meantime, they're Frantic. Oh, and the patience didn't pay off. He was there for so long. Did go down, and that's going to open up the possibility of an A push. And look at this. Benny is charging in for InFamouS. He's going to leave that flag straight away, try and get a capture on it, write his name all over. He's got the Sharpie out. He's just scribbling, trying to make the InFamouS name all over that A side like a rash. In the meantime, though, finally Dignitas is trying to make their way in yet again, and every single time they do this, it's Frantic in exactly the same position as last time, and I cannot see this going his way.
He's going to try here, as you can see, but unfortunately not really going to catch just too well off of that one. We'll get taken down the end. The A push will be thwarted, and either way, we can have Dignitas again playing from the outside, being forced into, again, a very bad spot here. It's already a nice 30-ticket advantage here for InFamouS. And they're starting to build this up even further here, obviously, as the time goes on. But, you know, you were kind of right about Jera, saying he's an annoying player. Well, he's annoying the casters, I guess, because he's not playing like he thought he would or something. I don't know. I guess that kind of works in the long run. But either way, again, you can see Waller trying to push in towards Snake. It's taken down right away. And that is just the way the cookie crumbles so far. The way the candy bar snaps is that he's just really been unable to really make any plays happen. Wallo's always been the man of the team, who's the loudest, who gets you really pumped up. He's the safe of Dignitas. And well, right now, Dignitas are just kind of silent. They're quiet, and they're not being allowed to talk. They're not being allowed to scream and be free.
We're seeing the InFamouS, the classic InFamouS, from a start. We're seeing them swarming the Dignitas side on that B flag, saying, oh no, Dignitas, oh, you've bested us, you can have the B, and straight away taking C. Jera on the rotate, picks up C, holds on to A as well, and now they just have to work on setting up that perimeter in the hallways. They know that how tough it can be. Dignitas are well aware that of just one man can thwart an entire push, especially to this outside area. See Jera picking up one already. Jerk's going to try it. Trying his luck, heading on the outside. He knows there's going to be a head there. Just blink and you miss it. He does go down. And 60 tickets now remaining as Dignitas almost fully squad wipe.
Yeah, Drakeus last man alive. And again, they're down now. Too many tickets, 70 tickets at this point, and they're just falling further and further behind. And also, hi Kazam in chat. But either way, Dignitas, they just... I mean, I'm looking at this game, and it's like I can't tell the difference between this one and Berserk and Infused.
It's true. It does feel that it's got that same unbeatable vibe. InFamouS just seem to be stronger in every single scenario. I mean, 45 tickets. It just doesn't inspire confidence. Look at the scoreboard as well. We've got a 2 for 8, 1 for 6, 4 for 7. All these Dignitas players as individuals are not shining through. And as much as Battlefield is about team play, is not necessarily about kills. If you're not picking up any of the kills, you're never going to get the sights.
Yeah, and right now, you can just see that perfectly reflected in this game. Dignitas, the best man they have is what? Frantic at 9-9, and he's typically not the top fragger for the team, which is kind of funny. I believe it's usually Jerk. But either way, they're trying. And I really want to talk to them after this to kind of figure out what's going on within the team because, you know, I know Walu's a man who won't be happy with the performance like this. He's definitely not a man to kind of just lay down and give up. And right now I feel like Dignitas are almost doing that at this point. But then again, they still can't qualify. I mean, just get the round of 16 multiple times in a row will give you enough points to actually get into the group stages, where they obviously need to be able to perform a lot better. But we actually did see them, you know, I think it was 2 seasons ago, just kind of destroy everyone. Yeah, it was in the spring season, where they completely caught everyone off guard. They were fantastic. They had some time to finally boot camp and get things sorted out. But right now, finally able to get a 2-1. Potentially, if they just kept C, they haven't even gone for it just yet. They left it completely open. And they finally will have a 2-1 here, but will it be too late? You can see Jared just sitting inside of A, waiting for the respawns to come in. They're even attacking B in the same time here. And right now they're pulling Dignitas in multiple directions.
Yeah, and with 27 tickets remaining, I don't think we've seen an advantageous hold for Dignitas last any longer than 10, 20 seconds. And all they seem to be able to keep hold of is that B flag. Still though, maybe short-lived, but they do have that C flag. We'll see how long they can last, especially now Jera, the man of the moment, who has actually managed to pick up a couple of frags since I last mentioned him. See where this gets him. Looking good on the outside on the rocks. Actually going to mess it up. Finally, 30 bullets later, does manage to take down Sneaky. That's going to be as short-lived as I can possibly imagine. See that C flag finally falling away from Dignitas yet again. It's confirmed as Jera takes down Walu as well. And Dignitas, they're just clutching at 26 tickets. Very little between them and the end of this first half. Doesn't stop Tony going down to Drakeus, though. Is he going to be able to take a second? He's not. Look at this quick to respond. InFamouS side. Very, very nice team play from them. Dignitas do come out on top of that bout, and that's going to bring the A flag under their control for the first time in this game. But as in true InFamouS style, we're going to see Benny immediately gifted that random respawn, and he's straight onto that B flag.
I'm actually really curious now to think about it. How much time do each of these teams have to play in the obviously the new patch?
It must be, well, almost instantly, I guess, unless they weren't working today.
I mean, it's kind of unfortunate for them because obviously the new patch coming out, you want to be able to get as much time in as you can on it, especially when you have a cup like this. So again, you know, Dignitas, they didn't perform that well, I'll say, obviously in the last cup, but I think obviously the patch could have a big thing to do with it so far here. But right now, 2-1, 83 to 11 tickets here. And obviously Dignitas going to spend 3 tickets just to respawn back in, so this should do it. So they can cap something immediately. And honestly, I don't really see anywhere on the map that they can really do that just at this point. Maybe the B flag could be the big point of contest. But either way, you can see Sneaky being taken down here by Benny. And it looks like they will be able to maintain this one for a little bit longer. B has been neutralized. A going to be neutralized as well here. And with 4 tickets left, they're still holding on. And look at that. The big man, Drakeus, coming out huge for them right there on a pickup B. And they're still going to start to bleed away here at the lead that InFamouS has. And obviously, it's just kind of a game of numbers. They're just trying to take away as many tickets as they possibly can, come into that second half to make it just that much more plausible for them to come back in the second.
Is this going to be the lowest ticket deficit in the first half? I think it might be. We had 96, 107. I think this may very well be the lowest so far. So 73 tickets. It's been relatively one-sided so far for either side. And either game we've covered. Right now, though, that's going to be a pretty large mountain to climb for the Dignitas side.
It's like, yeah, 73 tickets, but 73 is like the biggest lead we saw last season in most of the cups.
I mean, what did we say? Anything above 80 is ridiculous. And so we've seen 2 above 80s already. 73 is so very close to 80. And, I mean, it's going to be a tough one for anything that Dignitas can do. Especially, I mean, what have they got right now? A team talk. That's all they can change. They've obviously brought their A game in that first half and to no avail. Dignitas need to do something, and I cannot put my finger on what it is.
Go back to the drawing board. I don't know. Like, there's always questions we can always ask, and we'll never actually have an answer to, sadly. Like, I really don't know what's going wrong with Dignitas. I feel like they just don't have the drive anymore.
No. Well, they just, I mean, look at the scoreboard. I'm going to keep bringing kills into it, and I know you guys, especially if you play yourself, you're going to know that kills can be irrelevant, especially when you get to those close ticket score lines, and it's all about, you know, who captures what, who can open the sights the best, and that doesn't necessarily mean kills. But in this scenario, we saw no one on a positive KD. I think Sneaky was the only person, and he was on 9 for 9 or something, as the score was already been taken away from me. But, I mean, that was just a real bad performance from all of the players, never mind in the 1v1 scenarios, never mind as a team. So we'll open up the sides. We can see the two squads. Looking at the classes as well. I'm not sure what they're going to be choosing. I'm going to wait for them to for the countdown to end before I start addressing classes, because I do see Wally with the support. Does that mean anything to you, Jason? Do you think this is something he's going to bring into the game, or is he just teasing us right now?
I think he might go into the underground towards B.
Okay.
And kind of hold on to that bottom hallway. So obviously, once you can put up behind one of those, not put up,
Set
sit behind one of those
yourself up,
boxes, it's kind of like a just mowing ground for free kills for him. And obviously, 50 seconds to go here. InFamouS have a lot of tickets to work with yet again. Not actually, they did get taken down below half finally for the first time, down at 73. But again, that is a huge amount here. And Dignitas, again, not looking like a great team here so far. I don't think they can pull this one off, and I think we might just have another 2-0 here for InFamouS.
Let's have a look then.
Oh, am I right? Am I right?
I
Is
think
he doing
you might
it?
be right. You can see him setting up on that corridor, and look who's coming to town. Wally's going to have some friends trying to catch him on the cross. Does take down one, tagged the other. It was actually Jared to take him down. I'm telling him Porky Pie. And we'll see Wally does actually go down. Dignitas starting strong. M416 actually in Drakeus' hands. Used it last time with to a reasonable degree of success, but right now looking strong. Jerk straight on that C flag as well. Dignitas looking to have a bit of a new lease of life on this flag. Managing to take down C, not having any issues in the early game, which is a bit rare, as we do see on this side switch. InFamouS now charging towards A. Let's see how it goes for Kremer.
As you can see, he's able to pick up a kill, man, on one man towards the outside. Waiting for that nade to always disperse, and we'll start pushing towards it. It's going to be one man direct to his right, one man straight in the middle of the site. See, just taking his time here again. I mean, InFamouS, they have a lot of tickets to work with. They're on the harder side, so I don't think they're in really a big hurry just yet to pick up a win, or to at least pick up a 2-1 hold here, but they definitely need to start picking up a little momentum here. They can't let Dignitas run away with this, because Dignitas can be a very strong team. If you do give them a bit of momentum, they can definitely start to carry that one in their favor for quite a long time, and eventually into a win. But either way, InFamouS have a lot of time to work with here. They're starting to pick up a couple of kills. They're starting to really shut down Dignitas. They're actually able to catch out on the back respawn towards B as well here, which is funny. And they're going to put the cap on a C, so they will put the 2-1.
Tony missing shots he shouldn't miss. It's going to cost him. Still, InFamouS back into comfy home ground. B and C hold. Then he goes down on the outside. They will cut to Wally as he's jumping around on the outside. Got his winter jacket on. As the RPG comes flying in, not going to take him down. And look at this, heavily tagged. Isn't going to get the frag though. His teammates there to take him down, but it was Kremer. And so the tickets have reached a level playing field, and that's bad news for Dignitas. They need to get an advantage, and they need an early advantage. Spot goes out. That's going to make it more difficult to hide for the Dignitas player. I couldn't tell you who it is, and we'll see if he tries to take him down. Doesn't succeed. Jump over to his perspective. We can see Frantic on the outside. It really is a vital frag. If he can secure that C flag, he's going to stop the bleed. And right now, he's doing no such thing, no bandage for that bleed. There it is. Nice play. Headshot onto Benny. He knows there's a second one there that he's been trying to deal with for a while. I don't think the Magnum is the best weapon for the job. Meanwhile, though, as nothing's been going on elsewhere, I promise, we see Kremer is heading towards that A flag. He's tried once, he's tried twice. This is going to be his third attempt on that A flag, and we'll see how well it goes for him, Jason.
Well, he's buying a lot of time here. Obviously just taking his time, not trying to push him just yet. Looks like they will lose out in C eventually, so Dignitas able to cap that one over. But again, Dignitas are now playing with about 30 to 40 tickets here. InFamouS are playing with 120. They have triple the tickets they have technically here at this point, and well, they will pick up the 2-1. Actually, they lose on B, as I do tell a lie. But they're going to be able to rotate back around as long as they can pick up this kill here. Kremer will secure it. And now again, they will be playing from a little bit of a back foot here, but they've already proven that when they did get their foot into this game, into this doorway, they took off, what, 40 tickets from Dignitas? Let's do that one more time.
Well, 112 to 104. And starting to run away with it. InFamouS, they just got such a lovely ticket cushion. They just don't have to panic too much. Don't have to make mistakes. Don't have to rush decisions. And right now, though, Dignitas are going to be quite happy. Look at the perimeter they're setting up. Very spread out, though. It's quite a bit of a change from the Dignitas we saw on Zavod, spreading the numbers thin which perhaps may be the mistake they were making on Zavod. This could be a much better defensive perimeter. Drakeus is going to come into contact with some players very, very soon, though. He's got a nice angle as he's going to get charged towards him. Look at that, caught with his pants down, nade in hand. ACW taking Drakeus down, and now Wallow is going to sit there for the Dignitas side in wait. Very, very patient. He knows that his teammate's fallen, though, and he's going to have to relocate. Very, very passive play. They're just letting InFamouS take the B flag. Very poor decision-making from Wallow. Not sure why he chose to go the way he did. And look at that B flag now under their control with 2 players from Dignitas present when that happened. Bad, bad play.
Yeah, a little unfortunate, but look at that 2-man push towards A. Has pulled a couple of heals of InFamouS back there, while unfortunately, after all that time, actually get taken down in a 1v1, which you probably should have won. And Sneaky will at least turn around and pick up one himself here. But again, B still being contested by both teams here. Not going over into the Dignitas' hands just yet here, as it's going to be finally neutralized. But again, 91 tickets now down for InFamouS, 86 here for Dignitas. They don't have that many left to work with here. We're sitting about 13 here, and every death that they do suffer, which you see right there come in, it's just going to put them further and further away here, or putting them one step closer to being in the grave into cut number 2.
Yeah, looking pretty smart at the moment, InFamouS. This is a Dignitas we didn't see in the first half, but you're right, they are starting to dig their grave with these poor pushes. Wallow, see if he can do better than he did last time. Doesn't manage to tell. He does actually tell a lie. Takes down Tony, as his vision is going to be obscured. To see Jerup being passive, he's kind of accepting that A is lost as he's bobbing and weaving. Knows his players hunting for his blood, and he's going to find one. It's actually Sneaky to take him down, and Sneaky is, no matter what, always at the top of that scoreboard. 10 for 6 this time. He was 9 for 9 last time. No matter how the game is going for his team, Sneaky is at the top of that scoreboard.
Unfortunately, it's not going to matter too much more, though. As you can see, 4 tickets left to go for Dignitas. It's just a TDM now here for InFamouS. They just can pick up kills all they want. It's a trip cap, actually, for Dignitas currently. That just makes it easier for them to kind of lose control of it very quickly. And luckily for them, they've been able to pick up the kills. InFamouS haven't really been getting some random respawns in, at least enough, to really kind of catch them off guard. But they're spreading them too thin. Dignitas, they need to focus on 2 flags, give one up completely. You can see the A site looks like it will be hit here. There's only 1 man to defend against that.
This is going to go badly.
This might be the nail in the coffin. 3 tickets now left to work with here for Dignitas. 58 for InFamouS. And I will say this, though. If Dignitas can stop dying, which they are doing decently well here so far, they actually could pull this one back with about a 2-ticket lead.
I do not believe it. I don't think so, as the A site is starting to change hands. Dignitas trying to keep it under their control. B goes down from InFamouS, and that's going to be all it takes to bring that ticket down. It was 73, obviously 2 more to go, and I don't see any awe-inspiring play coming out now as they charge towards the infirmary. Going to be bringing that A1 under control, and we're going to see this game slip away from Dignitas' hands. On that overview, we can see A is about to be captured by Tony, or not actually. He does go down. 73 ticket is met, though, just before he fell. And so 1 ticket to go, 1 respawn from the dead members of Dignitas, and they're going to have to soon, as it's only falling now onto Sneaky's shoulders. Unless he can cause 42 tickets and maintain 2 or more sites, I think this may very well be game over. He falls. That's going to be Dignitas down and out, and an InFamouS with a nice 2-0 swoop.
I hate to say it, that's kind of, I guess, what we expected in that one.
Yeah.
I think we need to take the camera shot out a little bit further. This is really too close of us.
Do you feel like we're up in your grill? Yeah,
a little bit. But either way, congratulations to InFamouS. Obviously taking a 2 over Dignitas. That does take us to, I think, the entire time we've had 2 O's actually in the entire bracket really quick. I'll just go and show you real quickly on your screen just so you can see what I see here in this one. And right now, Epsilon will be up against InFamouS here on the quarterfinal. Gamer Selection up against MHSV here in the second. Fnatic against Planet Dynamics in number 3 here, and no actual results just yet here from these 2 games, which is actually kind of surprising, considering.
We'll find out about that.
Considering these 2 teams didn't have anyone to play in the first round, and yet they haven't finished.
We shall see.
Yeah. So obviously, guys. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, but at the top of the bracket, obviously, that Fnatic game up against Planet Key. 2 teams that faced up against each other previously over at Gamescom recently. Obviously, Fnatic coming out on top, but I'm pretty sure Planet Key fought hard for that one. I may or may not be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Planet Key took at least a map, something that we haven't seen too often. I believe it was... oh, let's not test me. You're loading the results. I don't want to try and get it wrong.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but I mean, the results for that was Fnatic, Epsilon, Dignitas, right? That was the... What was I just looking at there? That was the season, the spring season, so I'm actually telling a porcupine again. Summer season. Get it up. I'm interested. Planet Key, yeah, there you go. It's 2-0. Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah, I don't think
I did know they faced each other, though.
Fnatic didn't drop a single map, I think, in the whole group stage, or the whole playoffs.
Insanity. And yet they already have in this fresh season, so that's exciting.
It is.
Yeah, maybe showing a little bit of wavering skill, or maybe an improvement from the team that took them down. But either way, Jason's staring at me like I'm talking absolute gibberish. I promise I'm not. But Jason was going to say we're going to go to a short break while we find out what's going on with this next game, guys. Do stay tuned, though, and be sure to come back next time in about, what we thinking, Jason? 5 minutes?
Let me look at my watch.
Look at your Battlefield watch.
About 7 minutes and 58 seconds.
And I'm going to say